Hello, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kendra Ward, and today we're going to talk about expectations during the winter holidays, the storylines you have, and how that relates to your happiness. My name is Kendra Ward, and I am a transformational coach for women. I'm also a licensed acupuncturist, and I work with women of all ages to help inspire them to find their more authentic, confident selves in their everyday life. So today our topic is expectations and how that gets us into all sorts of trouble during the holiday season in particular. So this is just a good time of year to be particularly mindful around what kinds of stories do we have about certain things, like who needs to be there and what it needs to look like and what I need to buy in order to make everyone happy. I coming home yesterday in the car listening to "It's the most wonderful time of the year," and I'm thinking, oh Lord, like that's just such great programming to our subconscious. I really feel like it can be a really intense time of year. It can be a time of year when it can feel like a crushing burden, the level of expectation that we either put on ourselves or the situation or others around us. And it's a storyline that this idea of happiness comes through certain set things needing to happen. So the challenge that we come across is when our blueprint or our story that we have for ourselves doesn't match our current reality, and how that really creates a tremendous amount of suffering for ourselves. So for example, we have this idea that this certain family member needs to be at the table, and they give you, send you a quick email and it's like, hey, I'm not coming this year. And the rejection, the sadness, the disappointment, and it's healthy and good to have those feelings arise. But then when we continue to cling and attach to a certain story around how it's supposed to look in order to be perfect or to fulfill us in some way, that's really when we run into trouble. So I love this little exercise. It's actually really, really helpful for so many different things in life, but this is just a really good example for this time of year. Being able to just stop, catch yourself, and identify, what is the story that I have about this? Is the story that this meal needs to have these 10 dishes included? Is the story that I have to have such and such number of gifts per person in order for it to feel perfect? Those are some really stereotypical examples. It could be a lot more minute or a lot more complex or painful. But really, really great to just check in with, what is my story about this? What is the idea, the expectation that I have around how this has to look or be? And then recognizing when that doesn't match with the current reality. There's this much space I need to go in order to have these two actually fit. So what happens when we align our idea and our reality, it opens up so much space for all sorts of things to happen. And it also just allows for a whole lot of gratitude, contentment, and just a sense of things being whole and good and enough as they are. And when we're able to fill ourselves up with that kind of emotion instead of a feeling of lack, or that there's just sort of this inner emptiness, we're always searching and always needing something else. When we're able to just work with an intention of wholeness emanating out of us, those are the folks that we'll find we're most attracted to, because there's just a sense of contentment, like that things are great and wonderful as they are. So I truly hope that during this holiday season, you're able to periodically touch in with a sense of wholeness and enoughness, that life is fantastic and full and rich as it is in so many ways, the little things that you have or the many things that you have, that you're able to check in with your stories, the stories that you might have, and just in whatever ways that you feel capable in that present moment to be able to better match your reality to the story and expectation you have. Just an overall sense of freedom and happiness comes over the situation when we're able to align those two together. So wishing you lovely solstice, bringing light into your life for this time of year of darkness. You know, if you're in the US, or maybe you're in Australia and it's bright and sunny, but really wishing you an opportunity to dig into this time with whoever is in your life. And I hope that you're able to share this message of wholeness with others around you. Please do pass it along, and visit my website, kendraward.com, as well. Many, many warm wishes to you.